Hey guys, just a quick run through of the last phase. We're still getting deaths and malignant growth, still getting people hit by fears. Yeah, not even after a dozen last phase pulls last night. So I'll quickly run through a few things that I think are important, that I feel like keep me alive for longer, because that's the big thing, is staying alive for longer. Um, if we stay alive that little bit longer, the boss dies. Um, we just can't be dying to malignant growths, really, period. There's just no reason for it. Dying to a one-shot when you could avoid it, maybe get hit by something that'll kill you slower, it still keeps you alive for longer. So just got to avoid the one-shot, that's the big thing. So, we'll crack on in. Alright, so I'm just going to basically run through in real time, just pause it a couple of times. This is the 0% wipe, and just sort of show you guys the timers and things to kind of be aware of. We're definitely hearing a bit that there's some issues with being spread in melee and stuff like that, so hopefully this can help a little bit when you understand the timers a bit better. So we're cracking into the last phase, heading to our spots, hitting that last, and then our two. So boil spawn, they're really easy at this point in time. They come out at a real simple time and they've already finished by the time the malignant growth stuff comes out. Now what you guys want to realize is these malignant growths are coming in. They're not even close to exploding yet, and we've got a wave about to go out. Alright, so don't move too early. Start edging yourself towards the safe zones, but make sure that you are respecting the spread, understanding that you still got plenty of time to move after the wave goes out. So wave comes out, and then you could still be moving, but we'll just watch for a second like I was talking about last night. These boil explosions are way bigger than they look, alright? So here's the boil. This is where the effect's kind of coming out. Honestly, like I was practicing with toying with it last night, I reckon you're going to get hit from about here, alright? So give that plenty of space, respect that. Then they start popping off and you're getting an early death. Early deaths. We can't have them. And then as soon as the explosion of the first malignant growth comes out, we get our first gaze. So what I do is I have this weak aura that tracks everything, and I just watch the energy. And when that gets to 100, I'm going to get the gaze. I don't even really see the gaze timer, to be honest. I just see the energy ticking up, and it's much more visual and easy to see. But you're going to see malignant growths, and then as soon as I'm running away from the malignant growths, I'm just going to turn my back to the boss, and I'm going to strafe. Okay, so back to the boss, and I'm strafing. And then I'm back into it. All right. I'm not going to talk much about corrosive explosion and explosive corruption. Rather, I don't think that's really worth talking about. It's a bit silly. It's very easy. Just don't get hit by them. So we come out of that. There's nothing else going on. We get a wave, and as we get a wave, the bursting boils spawn. So we soak them, and there's nothing going on. Now, guys, you need to realize when mini cooldowns should be cast, because the last thing you want to do is cast a mini cooldown, then have to move because of malignant growth. So that's why I understand these timers are so important. So we're coming through again, and you can see we've got malignant growth swelling, got a wave in 8, that's ages away. Alright, so what's happening is I'm immediately moving away from the malignant growths because I know that these are going to spawn, these are going to explode before that wave comes out. It's going to move away, and then I've got this energy is at 85, it's almost at 100, we're going to get a gaze. I'm DPSing, turn my back, and again we've got a wave coming in, so these malignant growths are going to explode, and then I'm probably just going to, I hope, just going to blink back across if need be. So they explode, and then I get away, and then the wave comes in. Alright, now, this is why it's important to understand the timing of the mechanics, because you don't want to run too quickly to this bursting boil, because the wave's still coming. Alright, so let's quickly replay that. Alright, so malignant growth start, we move ourselves to safety because the wave's still got 5 seconds. Gaze comes in, we turn our back, the malignant growth pop, move to safety. Don't immediately move to the boil because we've still got a wave coming out, so the boil spawns, and just watch people, I think they immediately kind of leg it towards it, and there was a double hit right there. Okay, because there's people just like legging it to that that bursting boil, which we don't need. All right, now I can't soak, and I recognize that I can't soak. I do see that there's 2 soakers on top of it, but I'm probably going to move myself away just to be safe anyway, because the last thing we want is to die. So again, I talked about that so many times. If you can't soak, like, be on the ball with getting yourself away. Don't just rely on other people to come and save your ass. Alright, now, right this second, good time for mini cooldowns. Alright, we've got 6 seconds or around that bursting boil timer. If you just look at that, bursting boils are out, exploding eruption just comes out now. We don't have any reason to move. Right, we're at the bursting boils already. We have the next malignant growth in 12 seconds, immediately followed by a wave and a fear. Alright, it's a pretty nasty little combo, but we've got 12-30 seconds of standing still. Alright, so DPS your little butts off. I should have popped a Rune of Power here. That would have been the smart thing to do. That might have got me an extra couple 100k damage. There we go. I popped it way too late because I'm a pleb, but that would have been the time to do it. So malignant growths are coming up. We're going to turn our back for the gaze. We're going to move to the safe zones, and we've got a wave coming. Get yourself plenty of distance away. Now this is the really frustrating bursting boil, where we often lost a bunch of people. It comes out during the explosion and the well up phase of the growths. So just that's why it's so important for people that can't soak to move away at this point in time, okay? Because you can't expect people to be standing in there. So just as an example, I don't know who this can't soak in front of me is, but they can't really move much, to be honest. But what should potentially be happening is nudes should be going, there's a boil there, there's someone that can't soak there. I'll just ensure that I'm a little bit closer than they are. I'm going to stand here, so it goes and stands there. All right, so, this person can't soak. So they should probably be going, well, I can't soak, I'm not sure if people are close, so I'm going to move this way. So, and I should be going, I can soak, so me and nudes, we're going to stand over here, and these two people are going to kind of move themselves to the right, and we're just going to ensure that we're closer, just in case something goes wrong. But I was being greedy because I had a Rune of Power down. Oh, I got there. Whew. Again, we got people getting hit by those malignant growths again. It's just losing people. Fears coming in, followed by bursting boils, followed by malignant growths. A really easy combo, so we're just going to turn that back and avoid the gaze. Alright. Malignant growth and bursting boil as well. Another pretty frustrating lineup because they come in at the same time. So again, I can't soak, so I'm not going to absolutely leg it over here. I'm going to keep myself right over here so I stay away from this growth. But I'm still going to make sure that I'm 8 yards away from these malignant growths because I don't want to get clapped. We're also getting a wave at the same time. The wave's pretty tough because we're in such a small confined space. But understand that getting hit by a double stack of that wave, me being too close to whoever is around me, I think there's someone, yeah, under here. Me being too close to gold, was it gold? Anyway, is going to be better than me being in this malignant growth and dying. Okay. As it happened, we weren't too close together, and it was fine. But yeah. All right, and at this point right now, realistically, if everyone was alive, this boss is going to be pretty much dead. But and we're about to see why it's so important that we actually continue soaking these growths, boils, because well, we're going to see why it's important for people that can't soak to get the fuck away, and people that can soak to make an effort to get there. All right, because these go off, and we get an MC, and we're on 1% with half a raid group, over half a raid group alive, and then exactly half a raid group alive, and then Higgs stuns. So yeah, Chaos Novas and stuns ones and Sully, and we lose, and mid, we lose like everyone. So yeah, it's one of those reasons why if you can't soak, you get yourself away, even if that means leaving your area or standing in the boss's face or somewhere. Yeah, but I think that's kind of key. Is the two keys are avoid these malignant growth explosions, even if it means that you get an extra stack of a wave because you're slightly too close to someone. It keeps both of you alive for longer. The end result is more DPS across the fight. So avoid malignant growths at all costs. Obviously, I'm not even going to talk about fears because to get hit by those at this point seems silly. That's a heroic mechanic that we've dealt with for a very long time. And keep doing the boils, and that's a two-way thing. Those people that can soak, that are in the vicinity, making an effort to get there, all right, and the people that can't soak have to make an effort to get the fuck away, all right, because we can't afford you to be standing on top of or near the thing. Because if you were just, maybe if someone was maybe 10 yards further away, we could avoid an MC, because we've seen that MCs in the last phase can be pretty catastrophic. So I'm not saying the MC was the reason for the wipe. The early deaths to the malignant growths were also a reason for the wipe. So, and obviously doing the boils is harder and harder and harder the less people are alive. And we had 25 people alive, no, 15 people alive. So maybe the people like, for example, me, Birch, Didge, whichever of us are back here, maybe we should have made the effort to book it to the back and try and help out. I think that we just assumed it was kind of covered because there were, everyone else was at the back of the room, so we sort of thought that it was okay. But maybe just once the raid starts dying, don't trust. Just like, be a little bit greedy and make sure that those things are soaked. But it does tonight, so hopefully that helped a little bit. Yeah, let's kill this slug tonight. Peace.